From the JES First Warning Weather Center, here's meteorologist April Loveland.
Well, we're coming live to you here online and on your TV streaming devices with an update on our coastal storm. Now, we have been tracking this all morning and just want to give you a little update. I'm live here in the studio and we have our own Brendan Ponton. He is live down on the Outer Banks in Kill Devil Hills. So we're going to continue to keep you guys updated on this. So look at kind of a little view around the area. We have our radar there giving a little look at that coastal storm. Luckily, we haven't dealt with a whole lot of rain. We've got some live views there from Rodanthe and from Kill Devil Hills and Nags Head. Now, we had a tweet just not too long ago from the NCDOT. So if we can get to my weather graphics here, we want to get a look here at Rodanthe right now. Look how messy that is. We actually had that ocean overwash there. And like I was saying, we got a tweet from NCDOT. They're alerting everyone. They're saying alert NC12 is closed from Mark Basnight Bridge to Rodanthe due to unsafe conditions. Road covered with water as AM high tide has breached the dune, and you can definitely see that here. You can't even see where the ocean and the road stop. So definitely looks like the ocean has overtaken the road there, and that's thanks to our high tide. We have those big high tides out there today. We actually reached that high tide at 9 a.m. so about an hour ago or so, but we're still dealing with major flooding right now. Now that will start to subside a little bit over the next couple of hours, but guess what? By 9 p.m. tonight, we're going to be dealing with moderate tidal flooding, so not quite as bad, but I would expect that water to reach the roadways once again. Now, we're not going to be done just yet because Monday, 10 a.m., we're looking at another high tide cycle, and we could see major tidal flooding once again. Luckily, though, by Monday night, we'll be back down to that nuisance tidal flooding, so a little bit better there. Let's head to the ocean front now. Not very pretty here at all. We are seeing that water really reaching well up into the beach, kind of eroding away a lot of that sand there. And as we head to downtown Norfolk, even though it doesn't look too bad, we're just dealing with some clouds. Look at the Hague right now. It is overtaking the road surrounding the Hague right now, and we're about an hour away from high tide. So let's look at our high tide here for Norfolk. This is for Sewell's Point. So we're going to be dealing with some minor tidal flooding at 11 a.m. So about an hour or so away from that. And we're already starting to see the minor tidal flooding out there right now. So if you do live near roads that are usually impacted by the tidal flooding, if you're familiar with Lake Olney in Bush Street, you're definitely going to want to avoid those areas. We're going to see that minor tidal flooding again at 11 p.m. tonight, minor again by 12 p.m. And then by midnight on Tuesday, looks like we'll finally say goodbye to all of that tidal flooding. Now here's our coastal storm. This is why we are dealing with all that mess out there today. We have that area of low pressure just off the coast there of South Carolina. We have high pressure to our north. Kind of the difference between that, making things a little windy out there. Luckily, we have that drier air from the north kind of wrapping into this area of low pressure. So that's kept a lot of the rain to the south of us and out to sea. So it hasn't been a huge rainmaker for us, but it's definitely been a big wind maker and also a big flood maker for many of us. Getting a closer look to home, though, you can see Stockton with a lot of cloud cover, dealing with a few little showers across the Albemarle and the Outer Banks. And that has alerted some warnings out there. We do have a coastal flood warning until 2 p.m. for Virginia Beach, for Northampton County, and for Currituck County, along with Dare County. So speaking of Dare County, Currituck County, the Outer Banks, we have our own Brendan Ponton. He is down there. I think he's in Hills right now with the latest on what's going on down there. Hey, Brendan.
Hey, April. Yeah, we're here in Kill Devil Hills where we are in the elements right now. Sea foam is flowing off of the ocean right now, and there is some big time surf right here, right by the Avalon Pier, which you might remember part of it washed away during Hurricane Dorian in 2019, but it's back open here right now. There's actually a couple people out there fishing, but some crazy wind right now. Sand's blowing everywhere. The sea foam's blowing everywhere. The waves are very rough right now here in Kill Devil Hills. The water, though, is not breaching the dunes where we are, which is some good news. So it's the dunes are doing their job here in Kill Devil Hills, and we were actually up in Kitty Hawk earlier as well, and it was the same story there. Now, let's take a look here. We're going to show you the roadway, NC12, a little bit this way. We're going to go the other direction here and just show you that right now where we are in Kill Devil Hills, no problems here on NC12. You know, we always keep an eye out for NC12 during storms like this, especially up in Kitty Hawk. Kitty Hawk, though, everything looking good right now, but as April was talking about, the issues on NC-12 are more so south of here. So that is the issue that we're seeing here on the Outer Banks right now, that the road's so narrow on Hatteras Island that when you have big time tidal flooding and a lot of wind, that just brings the water over the road, and that's why it's closed right now. But here in Kill Devil Hills and the rest of mainland Dare County, it's just been a lot of wind, really. We haven't seen any rain all day, as this is a big gust here, with a lot of the sand here blowing off and still that seam foam. And you can see the fencing here a little bit, in a little bit of a precarious situation, but it is still holding on. Oh, there's some more here flying off the ocean. So yeah, all in all so far, we know that high tide was right around 9 o'clock or so, so you would think that things would start to lessen up a little bit here as we get a little bit later in the morning. As that was water just got really close there, actually, as we're here live. So yeah, the water is getting closer and closer while we continue to report out here. As people here, though, on the Outer Banks, we've been talking to them all morning. They say that they actually enjoy storms like this as long as there's not any property damage. There haven't been any hurricanes or any big issues here this year, so they were saying they were kind of enjoying seeing Mother Nature and what can happen out here on the Outer Banks. But again, they were just hoping that there's no property damage and that everybody's safe and all of that. But so far, there's no reports of anything like that going on. It's just the roadways south of here, and then we're dealing with all of the things flying off the beach and the high surf and the winds here right now. So yeah, April, that's what we're dealing with right now here in Kill Devil Hills. Just a lot of wind, a lot of waves, but so far it's not making it onto the roadways where I am.
All right, thank you so much, Brendan, and thank you for kind of getting out there so we don't have to, so we can see what's going on. I know it's so hard to talk out there with that wind kind of smacking you in the face along with the water. So we can see we've been dealing with 30, 40, 50 mile per hour wind gusts down there on the Outer Banks. We just had one at 38 in Manio, 35 in Elizabeth City, 32 miles per hour there in Virginia Beach, 28 in Chesapeake, 26 in Hampton, and 24 in Wallops Island. We had a wind gust of 31 in Norfolk, 30 in Moyock, 29 in Kill Devil Hills, 23 in Newport News, and 26 in Windsor. Now here's our wind forecast. We're going to be dealing with the elevated winds as we head through the overnight and into the day tomorrow. So we're going to see those howling winds overnight, winds out of the northeast. We'll see those anywhere from probably 15 to 25 into the overnight, still dealing with those high wind gusts, especially along the Outer Banks. Monday, going to be another high wind day. So we're still going to have to deal with the tidal flooding, the ocean overwash. It's not going to be done just yet. As we head into Monday evening, though, you'll really see those winds back off. We'll see those probably around 10 to 20 miles per hour, still a little elevated there along the Outer Banks. Let's head to Rodanthe once again, and you can see still not a pretty sight there. It's going to take a little bit, but we haven't forgotten about you guys on the peninsulas. Let's check out Williamsburg. Quiet up there, just dealing with those gusty winds, and we're going to continue with some of these winds. Now, these are some of our sustained winds we're looking at. 21 for Southside, 29 for the Outer Banks, 9 for the Eastern Shore. And why is it so windy out there? Well, we talked about it. We had that area of low pressure, that coastal low to our south. We have that area of high pressure to our north. So we see that high pressure pushing air toward the low pressure. The closer they are, the stronger the winds will be. So looking at some of our temperatures here, if you want to head outside, we're looking at the 50s there for many of us, so definitely a little on the chilly side. So we're going to take it back, though, to Brendan.
Yeah, April, you know, we've been out here all morning, and I was in Nags Head earlier this morning, and it actually felt warmer than it does now. It does feel like the winds have really increased from the north, and that has brought some colder temperatures to where I am. And let's show you here one more time just what the scene looks like here in Kill Devil Hills, right at the Avalon Pier. There's some people fishing out there on the pier. It's very, very windy. There's a really high surf right now, and the sea foam is coming off the water here. And so that's kind of what we've been dealing with here. Yeah, you can see what it looks like here leading up to the beach. But so far, we're not seeing any breaches at the dunes here in Kill Devil Hills, and we've been up in Nags Head and Kitty Hawk here throughout the day. Haven't seen any issues on NC-12 so far today on mainland Dare County. The issues, again, continue to be south of here in Rodanthe, where right now the road is closed there. So we're going to continue to keep an eye on all of this throughout the day, and we'll let you know what it looks like here on the Outer Banks.